You ever notice how the people who seem to have the most money are also the ones who don't really buy anything? Like, you've got someone making $50,000 a year, driving a brand new car with the latest iPhone. And then you've got actual millionaires wearing the same outfit every day and driving a 10-year-old Toyota. Here's the thing though. What millionaires figured out in their 20s is something most people never learn. It's not about what you buy. It's about what you stop buying. My name is Max, and I spend way too much time thinking about why some people build wealth and others stay broke forever. If you're someone in your 20s or 30s who feels like you're making decent money but somehow never getting ahead, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Today we're breaking down 10 things millionaires stop buying in their 20s. Let's start with the big one, new cars. The average new car costs about $48,000 right now. The moment you drive it off the lot, it loses 20% of its value. That's $9,600 gone. Here's what most people don't realize. A 3-year-old certified pre-owned car costs 40% less and is just as reliable. Millionaires invest that $15,000 difference. Over 10 years, that's an extra $40,000. Number 2. Luxury brands they don't actually care about. There's this study from the Millionaire next door. 70% of millionaires have never spent more than $500 on a suit. Meanwhile, average Americans drop $1,200 on designer items to look successful. Actual wealthy people realize that looking rich and being rich are completely different things. Third, daily conveniences that add up. $6 coffee every morning? That's $2,190 a year. $15 DoorDash lunch? That's $3,900 a year. Millionaires automate their coffee at home in meal prep. That's $6,000 plus a year redirected into investments. In your 20s, that becomes $1.3 million by retirement. Number 4. They stopped financing things that go down in value. Millionaires only borrow money for things that go up in value or generate income. A house? Education that increases earning power? Maybe. A jet ski on a payment plan? Never. 5th. Eating out for every meal. The average American spends $3,500 a year eating out. Millionaires in their 20s averaged around $1,200. Learning to cook just 5 to 6 simple meals cuts your food spending by 60 to 70%. That's $500,000 over a career. Number 6. Upgrading technology every single year. New iPhone every year? That's $1,200 annually. Here's what millionaires figured out. A 2-year-old device does everything you actually need. By keeping devices for 3 to 4 years instead of 1 to 2, you're saving thousands that buy you years of early retirement. Number 7. Maintaining a lifestyle they couldn't afford. Millionaires stopped caring about keeping up with friends or Instagram. Every time they got a raise, they invested most of it instead of upgrading everything. Your 20s are when compound interest has the most power. A dollar invested at 25 is worth $17 at retirement. At 35, it's worth $6. At 45, just $2. Number 8. Paying for things they could get free. Gym membership when there are free workout apps? $600 a year. Premium streaming services? $300 a year. Millionaires optimize. They ask, is this actually worth the money? 9th. Trying to impress people at bars and clubs. The average person spends about $2,000 a year on alcohol at bars. Millionaires figured out you can socialize without hemorrhaging money every weekend. And number 10, the final one, living alone before they could afford it comfortably. Look, I know everyone wants their own place. Privacy is amazing. But here's the math. If rent alone is taking 35 to 40% of your income instead of 25 to 30% with roommates, you're losing $500 to $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 a year. In your 20s, that $12,000 annual investment becomes $2.6 million by retirement. Now you might be thinking, are you seriously telling me to live with roommates forever? No. I'm telling you that millionaires are willing to be temporarily uncomfortable to be permanently wealthy. They had roommates in their 20s so they could buy houses in their 30s. Here's the thing about all of this. None of these sacrifices are actually that hard. You're not giving up happiness, you're trading temporary pleasures for permanent freedom. The millionaires who figured this out in their 20s, they're now in their 40s and 50s, financially independent, working because they want to, not because they have to. Meanwhile, the people who bought all this stuff are still living paycheck to paycheck, wondering why they can't get ahead. You've got a choice to make. Keep buying things that lose value to impress people who don't care, or start building actual wealth. If this video helped you rethink even one of your spending habits, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment telling me which of these 10 things hit hardest for you. And if you want to dive deeper into building wealth in your 20s and 30s, check out my next video on the exact order to invest your money. Your future self is watching what you do right now. Make them proud.